Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, Cod and Two Minds. E. Marshall here. Go ahead, dude. Say something. Join
Two Minds. What's up? Two Minds. This is Gooner Rush, Fitty Mac in the house.
That's right. It's Piss 'em on Monday. Well, we didn't come on last week. We're only gonna do the show once a week now. It's just gonna be on Mondays, so make a note of that. And it's whatever, dude. Like,
hey,
it's whatever.
Mark it down. Exactly. What are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about what the hell is going on with a lackluster performance.
Right, before we get into Saturday's match, 0-0 draw to Middlesbrough, just one of those games, you sit through and you're just like, damn, that was shitty. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and briefly discuss just a wonderful display of football from both teams, even ludicrous. Even their team, they were great participants in just a wonderful game of football to watch. Passes zipping around, goals. From an Arsenal perspective, they created a lot of chances. It was just, to me, it was a great game of football as far as action, from both teams.
Hey, much respect for Luda.
Did you see Ludacris? He was at the game with The Rock. Did you see that?
Cadillac growls.
What was it's been so long, like I don't even
trying to remember what was going on in that game. But
Ozil with the hat trick. Perez go ahead.
Even Ox got on the scoring board.
Right.
On the score sheet, something tells you that things were going well for us, I guess.
Yes, Ox got on the score sheet. Theo scored another goal, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Theo scored another goal. How many did we score? 6?
6 in total. 6.
Yeah. Perez came off the bench, threw 2 assists to Ozil to complete his hat trick. Some of the down things from the game, it looks like Santi got hurt. Well, clearly he did. He didn't play on Saturday. And, we pretty much I think we missed Santi against Middlesbrough. I really
definitely
do. There was, El Nini and Coughlin, they didn't do a bad job. I thought they could, they controlled the midfield and they just made safe passes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made the sideways pass or the backwards pass. They didn't really get that cutting pass that Santi could find throughout the game.
Look, I'm not gonna hold no punches, okay?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's piss him off.
I would love to see us get more chances, but this is one of the most glaring examples of parking the bus I've ever seen against Arsenal.
Really?
This team
okay.
Sat back so much. There was often times when I looked and we're sitting maybe 6-7 yards outside the box, and every single Middlesbrough player is inside the box.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's how you want to attack Arsenal, because the only thing you could do, then I get it. But man, it's such ugly football. It's ugly, man. It's awful.
Yeah, anti-football. But let me, this is caught in two minds. But let me throw it to you like this: which team created the better chances to score goals? You know what I mean? So I mean, you have to look at it like.
I mean,
Peter Cech was a man of the match because Middlesbrough had a lot of opportunities to score goals. So them parking them. So what does this say more about the way we defended and the way we gave up chances for them to score, or just it was just the right tactics? You know.
Well, okay. So here's a quick little like scenario that I kind of just noticed. So you park that many guys behind the ball,
right?
And then your effort is going to be, we're going to try to counter you. You know, so at some point, the only way that we can kind of effectively try to break down all those players back there is we have to bring our defenders up. So you start seeing Mustafi coming up closer and closer to the box to try to add an extra person to the passing.
Right. And you leave yourself open. So it's a catch-22. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So, I got you.
But like I said, I mean, hey, I'm gonna respect them for the fact that they recognize the tactics that they had to do, but it doesn't mean that it's not ugly anti-football that I just like. I mean,
it sucks. It sucks.
It sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that I thought was missing was you could try to pass the ball through a team that's parking the bus. You have to really pass it quick, and you know your 1-2s and your passing and movement has to really be on point. And to me, what the game needed is we needed somebody to dribble. We needed we needed Bellerin to be a little more aggressive and try to beat that guy on the wing off the dribble, get to the byline. Him or Theo, or when Ox came in, we needed somebody to try to beat somebody off the dribble, penetrate, and find the killer pass. And we just kept passing around, and towards the end of that game, we was just putting crosses in the box for Alexis, which is really strange. You know what I mean? Because that's not going to work. That's not going to get it done. So, hats off to Middlesbrough for realizing that's what we do. We just go keep trying to pass it through you, and oh gosh, it's gonna come off. But when it doesn't, you need somebody to take the game by the scruff and just go for it, dribbling. You know what I mean? It's like basketball, penetrate and dish, and we didn't have that dribbler penetrating. And it's getting on. Bellerin, he's a great player. He's young, but at some point you got to be aggressive. You're one of the fastest people on the field. You have great technical ability. You could dribble. Why not try to beat somebody every now and then? I mean, come on, especially when we need it.
I agree, and I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but there are times when you see Bellerin's speed. But there are other times when I'm looking and I'm trying to figure out, like, is he really that fast? Yeah. Is he as fast as everybody says?
There was a couple of times where I was like, man, I tell you who looks just as fast. That black fool on Middlesbrough, Adama.
Man,
that fool was yoked, looked like Bo Jackson and shit. He was gone. You know what I mean? So sometimes Yeah, he's as fast as you think, but sometimes you look at him and you're like, damn, he's not gonna get there before that guy. You know what I mean? So
I mean, the one thing you notice about Theo's speed, maybe he's older and more experienced, so he understands how his speed can work at times.
Right.
But when you see Theo try to take a dash by somebody, and I'm talking about the times that he keeps himself onside, which, sometimes I could throw my remote control through a window because I'm so pissed at how many times he gets caught off sides.
Autobody syndrome.
I mean, you even see Theo do the little let me just pop it past this guy because I know I'm going to outrun him.
Right.
You don't see Bellerin ever do this. Right. Ever do it. Right. And I'm like, dude, if you're as fast as Usain Bolt, ha 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 ha. Ain't nobody faster than Usain Bolt, okay?
No.
But I mean, test it sometimes. Test the speed, dude. Let me show these fools that you're so fast.
Like I just said, especially when we need it. You know what I mean? The game needed something special. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We just weren't going to be able to pass. Like you said, there was 8 fools in the box. You know what I mean? Where's the space for the killer pass? You know, so every now and then somebody has to. You got to dribble past somebody. You got to do something to create an opportunity to score.
Yeah,
we just weren't, we weren't doing that enough. And quick note, Theo went missing. You know what I mean? It was just one of those games. Hold on, before you get to your next one, I wanted to start with this, but I forgot. I've been watching Arsenal for since '98, and we've been in the Champions League every year. This is one of those games where playing midweek clearly shows. You know what I mean? You look at all the teams that played midweek, every last one of them. Physically, the players are tired, mentally, the travel, everything. And you can clearly see it on all the teams. Man City, Arsenal, Man U, who else? Tottenham. You know what I mean? And on and on and on and on. You can see the effects of playing midweek. And, I'll give them a break. This is one of those situations where it was just one of those games. I thought since we were playing at home against a weaker team, we should have gotten 3 points. So,
yes, disappointing not to get 3 points. Like you said, you could see it on them. There was a little bit of drag in their game.
Exactly.
What I was going to say, for as far as dribbling and penetrating, the only person I really saw kind of trying to do it was Iwobi.
Yeah. Yes.
He recognized spots at times and tried to just force his way in there a little bit. And I thought it was going to work at times, but we're so in love. Arsenal team is so in love with final passes. Like,
yes,
instead of just like, hey, I'm about in range. Like, I might just get a deflection into the goal. Like, let me just go ahead and rip it.
Especially people like Ozil. You know what I mean? There was a few times where he was right outside the box and he chose pass, and you're just like, dude, just shoot. You have the ability to make those shots. You take free kicks from there. Nobody's barreling down on you. Just give it a shot. Like you said, you never know what's going to happen. And especially, desperate times call for desperate actions. So, it was a little worrying. And I think that the defensive aspect has a lot to do with the fatigue in the midweek, because it was a little worrying about how many opportunities Middlesbrough created to score goals. And it wasn't just from the usual, set piece against Arsenal, you got to get a shot at scoring a goal. It was like, they were putting a few passes together on counterattacks and, actually creating some opportunities. So hats off to Peter Cech. We kept a clean sheet. We didn't lose the game. So,
on the whole aspect of fatigue and stuff like that, like, we always got to remember, like, even if some of these guys, they get subbed out, in the last 20 minutes, last 15 minutes, never forget, it's always the forward guys. It's always the attackers and the midfielders that get subbed out, never the defense, which, I know that's how it goes, but now that we're, 7 games deep in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like that back line, they're tired. I get it.
Yeah, he rested Monreal against Ludacris. But Bellerin, he never gets a break. And you would think maybe against a Ludacris, maybe play Gabriel over Koscielny, give him a break. Just little things like that. But you're right. They usually, Bellerin, Koscielny, now Mustafi, they usually rarely get any breaks. You know what I mean? At all.
Yeah, play all night.
Even Monreal, like throughout the course of the season, Gibbs has been coming in and playing right in front of him late in games. So, that's something to think about as far as the season going on. But like I said, all the other teams that played midweek either drew or lost. And that's
the I was just thinking about one of the things I did think about during the Luda game before it started, when I saw the lineup, is I wanted to really pay attention to the left side of our pitch. Mm-hmm. We had Gibbs, and we had Ox over there.
Yeah,
and I wanted to see how they perform, and I was pleased. I was pleased by both of them, actually. I thought they both played solid.
Yeah.
I thought Gibbs actually played better than average, like pretty well.
Yeah.
Ox had his moments, but Ox seemed to calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I noticed that he's usually a spaz, and he wasn't as spazzy as he usually is. Yeah, there's not that much. The only thing there's not that big of a gap between Monreal and Gibbs. The only thing it would be confidence and aggressiveness. Gibbs is more timid, docile, whereas Monreal is like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Let's do this. You know what I mean? And that's the only difference. And people were saying, well, my brother's always talking about, get rid of Gibbs, he's garbage. He's a solid backup. And you need those throughout the course of a season,
Yeah, I would imagine most teams don't have a backup
as good as him.
As good as him.
Exactly.
Basically he'd probably start for 75% of the teams in the Premier League. Just not ours,
Right.
And I mean, I don't know if we could say it's good or not, but possibly valuable that Cech got a rest during the week. Ospina played because without Cech, man, it's not a draw. It's not a draw.
Exactly. Yeah, he played great, and like I said, all in all, that's one of those games after a Champions League match where just things don't quite go our way, especially after a game where we just completely destroyed a team. I was kind of like, I don't know, this one kind of makes me nervous. And the Aranka guy, the coach from Middlesbrough, he's a Mourinho disciple.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you were talking about parking the bus early on, I was like, yeah, okay. Fitty knows his history. So yeah, that guy is just classic, fuck it, let's just park it, try to catch them on the break, just try to nick a goal and get out of here one zip, and that's exactly what they tried to do. So
yeah.
How about go ahead, I'm sorry.
A reminder that the end does not justify the means, but at the end of the weekend, Man City drew, Tottenham drew. We're basically sitting in the same position. It's a little more stacked now because Liverpool and Chelsea both won. But, in general, we didn't hurt our place by getting a draw. Sometimes this is what it takes. A draw when you're tired. Exactly. A draw when you're not playing your best ball.
The team and based on my little, playing midweek theory, the teams we're going to have to worry about are Liverpool and Chelsea. They didn't play midweek. They both won,
Yeah. Yep.
And they have quality. So there you go. I don't really have anything else I want to piss and moan about that game. I think we pretty much covered it all. Who do we got? We got what is it? Carling Cup? What's it called now, dude? We got a midweek game against somebody. Reading on Tuesday.
Reading
in the Carling Cup. So I'm gonna call it Carling Cup. People can email me, get mad, tweet at me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Capital One Cup.
Hey, man, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but it's not the Carling Cup, okay, buddy?
You're wrong.
It hasn't been that for 4 years now, man.
You're wrong. I'm going to tell you. Nah, it's the EFL.
There you go.
Why don't you just Google it, dude? You have access.
You're doing this with the internet on, right?
You have access to a computer, and there's like this thing. It's called Google. Yeah, dude. You could even fucking ask it questions now, dude.
It's not just a jack off machine, okay, buddy? You can do other things with it.
Oh, wow. But anyway, yeah, we got the EFL Cup on Tuesday or Wednesday against Reading. So I have a feeling we're going to rest a lot of players. That's a competition I can give two shits about. I say play all the kids, give them a shot, let them go. Even put Debussy's ass out there. You know what I mean? Just you know, play Sanogo. Call them back and play them. Just do whatever. The sooner we're done with this piece of shit cup, the better. You know what I mean? I want the league.
I just want to say, excuse me to interrupt you. I just want to say that might be your best line of the entire season of podcasts we've done.
What is that?
Even put Debussy's ass out there. I don't give a fuck.
Put his little angry French ass got his spot taken by an 18-year-old Spaniard. I want to leave now. But yeah, I just want league, dude. I know we're not gonna win Champions League. I just want the league, you know. And
yes,
the sooner we're out of these little rinky-dink cup runs or whatever, the better. Or, you know, like I said, just play the kids. Say like he used to. Play the kids, whatever.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, it's something to consider in mid-January when you're finally in the semifinal or something. If you make it that far, then okay, maybe you consider trying to play somebody that week.
Yeah.
But for right now, man, come on. I want to see Adelaide and Sanogo
exactly.
and all these guys, you know.
Sanogo's on loan, dude. Do you guys even watch Arsenal play, dude?
How about the American? Can we play the American? Zalalam?
The American via Ethiopia through Germany. Yeah, can we play his ass? Get his ass out there. But anyway, yeah, man. So, what else? Who do we got on the weekend?
Shit.
Ask your phone, dude. Ask your phone.
Let's just give it a quick look real quick. This weekend, who do we have, man? Upcoming early game on Saturday, Sunderland. And they are just probably they're worse than they were last year. They need to just go ahead and hire Big Sam back so he can rescue him now. Don't wait till December. Get him back now. We're traveling north to the Stadium of Light.
Yeah, the North. Iron blood. I watch Game of Thrones and I don't know. Look, check it out. You're gonna laugh. I don't know. You know how I am. I don't know one fucking character's name, dude. I make up my own. You know what I mean? I don't know a character's name. You know what I mean? When I talk to people about Game of Thrones, I got to describe the people I'm talking about. They're like, "Oh, you mean Frodo?" Like, yeah, the big fucking dumb guy who carries the kid around. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh no, that's Frodo." I'm like, yeah,
oh,
that guy.
You mean Aquan?
But I tell you what, the dude who look, I'm about to do it right now. The guy who got his nuts and shit cut off, and his sister's a dyke.
Yes,
their father was my favorite character. He got killed by his brother.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
Don't worry about it.
My favorite is the Giant, dude. The Giant.
Oh wow, that's so like 8th grade of you, dude. I like the
dude.
Giant. No, I'm playing.
Dude, he reminds me of the Goonies guy, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, what else, man? Did you watch the debate? Ooh.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched that. The you know, I was once told never discuss politics and oh god, what is it? Politics and booty popping, I think is what they say, never to discuss. But
politics, religion, and ass play. I think that's it. But come on, dude. It's getting close to election time. What are you thinking?
Who's gonna win?
No. Now I know you're half white and half black, but You can tell me. You can tell me who you're gonna vote for, dude.
I can tell you who's gonna win. Yeah, it's real simple.
Come on. No. No, you can tell me who you're gonna vote for, dude. Come on. You won't.
You broke up. I didn't even hear you. Oh.
You sound great to me.
It's just real simple. So
yeah, let's hear it. Come on.
Hillary Clinton's going to win.
And how do you feel about that?
That's just the fact. I mean, that's where this country's headed next.
Yeah, I don't want her to win, because she's clearly an alcoholic. Now let me explain my reasoning behind that comment. Okay. Did you see, like, this is how my mind works, dude. Oh gosh, you're crazy, you're an asshole. But look, dude, when they showed her getting drug to her car, remember when she got sick? And you saw how her ankles were turned in, and they were literally dragging this broad to the car. That is somebody who partied too much the night before. Either that, or she's really, really, really sick, dude. She's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it. They drug her into that car. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah, they did.
But you know what I mean? When your ankles are turned in and people are dragging you. Look, I'm a child. But, I mean, yeah, she's clearly not going to be able to make it for 4 years. Now. Excuse me.
I mean, that's a possibility. You're right.
Oh, come on, dude. They were dragging.
I mean, my man lost already, so,
Bernie.
The country's clearly not ready for somebody more extreme than the middle. The middle.
Right.
So the closest thing to the middle out of this whole thing is Hillary Clinton, and that's who's going to win. Okay, so I used to want Trump to win because I like locker room talk. Okay.
I'm just playing. I do locker room talk by myself, driving around town, looking at all these big asses in Texas. Am I an asshole? No, I'm not. But it's just a natural thing. I notice some things and I make a few comments to myself. But the reason why I wanted Trump to win was because something's got to change, dude. And I don't mean he's going to be I mean, if he's elected, people are going to start looking like, okay, what kind of system do we have? You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on? Like, we need to dig in here and get some shit rewrote and get some things fixed, because we can't really have this. You know what I mean? Going on in the future. Now, with that said, now I want to get things to implode sooner than later. I wanted what's the libertarian fool's name? Where's the jeans?
Gary Johnson.
That's who I'm voting for, because he didn't even know what Aleppo was. He's just like, Aleppo? What?
Hey, he goes up there with in interviews with the joint tucked behind his ear and shit. Like,
yeah,
he's like, what, man? We could vibe right now. You want to talk? Let's talk.
Him and his boyfriend, or the other guy, his running mate. The bear guy, he's just like, Gary, shut the fuck up and let me speak. Sure, man, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what though, like what you said about Trump, that's the only argument that I really can't counter, is when if people come at me with, hey man, I just don't want to see the same old politician shit going on.
Right.
I want to see some shit get shook up. I don't have an answer to that.
Exactly.
I can't say nothing to that, because you know what? I know that a year ago or a year and a half ago, before any of these candidates decided they were going to run for primaries or anything, that's what everybody in the country was saying. Something's got to change with this shit.
Exactly.
You know, the Congress don't do shit. They're not getting nothing done. It's just a stalemate. Nobody wants to work together. We need something new to change this shit. That's
exactly.
That's what Bernie was. That's what Trump was.
Exactly.
And hey, I mean, if that's what you want to vote on, then vote your conscience.
Yeah. No, I mean, nobody's gonna admit they're voting for Trump. You know what I mean? You just wake up and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he won. Oh gosh, I don't know how he won. You know what I mean? And he's already throwing a little angle out there like it's rigged for Hillary. You know what I mean? But when he actually wins, he's gonna be like, well, it wasn't rigged. It wasn't rigged for you though, huh? No. Come on. You don't have enough money to do that, huh? Yeah. Good stuff, Fitty. That's going to do it, I think. You got anything else? Any inspiration? Anything you want to say? Raiders won today. Yesterday.
Win. They
5-2.
They traveled. What people don't realize about their 5-2 record, that's the second best record in the AFC, baby. Raiders would have a bye right now.
Yep. 4-0 on the road too. So
yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be a Raider fan, even if they're moving to Las Vegas. I don't care. What do I care? Hey, seriously, what do I care? I don't go to a damn game.
No.
I'm not tailgating in parking lots. I don't want to ever see an NFL game live again in my life. I'm very happy to watch the NFL from my couch.
Right. You couldn't pay me to go to a football game for 4 hours. You really couldn't. You know what I mean? You'd just be sitting around and be like, the last one I went to, I was like, what's going on? Why aren't they playing right now? And they're like, oh, dude, it's probably a commercial break, dude. Go get another beer. Like,
just standing around.
Yeah, just what's going on? But anyway, Cotton Two Minds, that's going to do it for today. God willing, join us next Monday for another Piss and Moan Monday. Great week from the Gunners. My name is E. Marshall, and I'm out. Peace.
I'm at Gunnar Rush. We'll see you next time, people. Peace.
Hold on. That wasn't. No. What is hold on. At CITM Podcast. Yeah. If you want to interact with the show. And go to iTunes.
You got that?
Go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review, and hit us up on an email. CITMpodcast@gmail.com. All right, that's it. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Cotton Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcast, at Gunnar Rush, and at E. Marshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.